Hi guys, I'm Deepak.
Hi guys, I'm Nakul, Malik.
I'm an avid biker and have been riding for almost 3 decades.
I don't just ride motorcycles for fun, I ride them for a living.
Recently got approached for a shoot for this Indian riding denim brand and I was like, well okay, why not?
So when Moto Garuda asked me to test their riding jeans, I wasn't very enthused about it. Especially because they were an Indian brand and that's kind of hard to try.
2 weeks down and my fit samples arrived. Filled with curiosity, I tried them on immediately.
I started by doing what I always do. I looked at the spec sheet. And on paper, it looked really promising. So I decided to give it the Nakul treatment.
To my surprise, they felt good in hand and fit really well, just like a regular denim. However, it was on the shoot day that I understood it's more than just the fit and the hand feel.
I initially started wearing them locally on my daily ride, and the first thing that I noticed was that it felt cooler in the Delhi heat, which is quite extreme. And compared to the other riding gear that I've been using, I liked it.
It was a super early Sunday morning in south of Mumbai with a call time of 5 a.m. Not an early riser, but I was like excited to shoot. Now this shoot was slightly more demanding than the ones I had done before because I had to ride a motorcycle and while keeping my look intact. Not an easy thing to do in the humid Mumbai weather, but I would like to give it to these pants that at least they felt home and comfortable.
Additionally, there's this discreet little invisible zipper which is used to insert the knee armor. And I noticed that if you keep it open, it acts like a full air vent, which made all the difference in keeping me ventilated in the stop-and-go traffic that you always have in Delhi.
The Garuda team insisted on shooting with the armours on, but I was slightly apprehensive since one, they wouldn't be visible and additionally uncomfortable, considering the weather, but then I agreed.
Probably a really surprising thing for me was that these jeans came armored with D3O Level 2 Ghost armor.
Believe you me, the ghost word for those armour is spot on. It didn't feel like they were even there. And if they were, I wasn't sure if they would do the job they were supposed to do.
I have walked into cafes not feeling like an alien. I have attended client meetings without anyone noticing that I was wearing riding gear, which is quite a feat for a pair of jeans that has level 2 protection. So it just sort of seamlessly blends into the city environment.
The shoot went well and the denim felt very natural during those 4-5 hours in our not so riding friendly Mumbai weather. To the extent I felt like why no one made this earlier here in India.
While it works for me in the city environment, but would it stand up to the rigors of adventure riding? This was something that remained to be seen.
Happy with the outcome, I got a call from Garuda team again if I would be interested in doing a shoot in the Himalayas.
So I decided to take it with me on an upcoming 15 days riding expedition. Surprisingly, I felt quite comfortable wearing it in the extreme summer heat of the plains before I got to the hill.
A month later, I'm already landing in the land of high passes with a base in the beautiful quaint village of Sisu.
Once I hit the hills, ironically, I was able to test the impact protection as well. Freshly wet, slick tarmac, and an off-road tire on a large displacement motorcycle. You know how that story ends. I had a small fall and these insubstantial looking thin, flexible armours which seem like they won't do much actually ended up quite possibly saving me from a hip fracture and ending right prospects for the guests I had with me on the expedition as well as me.
Just like these denims did. To my freaking surprise, they felt home here as much as they did back in Mumbai.
Once I got off, dusted myself off, quite surprising even for me was also that there was no abrasion marks on the jean.
All these years of riding, I have been wearing riding pants. And these guys here didn't feel any different, just a lot more aesthetic and comfortable. I attended post-shoot barbecues wearing it and walked into cafes without being noticed for what it was.
This, combined with how natural it felt on my skin, made me wonder why I don't wear them more often. During this trip, I ended up wearing them a lot more often than what I'd initially planned. And at the end of one marathon ride day, when I did not even have the energy to take off my riding gear, I actually slept in them.
I won't lie, I even slept in them one extreme whole night just to keep myself warm. Not just the specs on paper, but they felt so good in experience that these might just be a permanent part of my motorcycle wardrobe.
At the end of these 15 days, I went back to the spec sheet and took another detailed look at the tech Moto Garuda had put into these jeans. And all that, combined with my own experience wearing them, made me realize it wasn't just another pair of riding jeans, but it actually felt like someone had custom built a riding jean for me and my needs. I love it.
Here I am.
July